Hey folks, this is Vent with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review FarSky. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about $5. So, I wrote a review on my blog. I know, a blog? What are you talking about? Yeah, well, long before YouTube I blogged, and this was one of the games I wrote about, FarSky. This game was released, I want to say, back in 2014-ish, and in this game, well, I guess I could describe it now as a poor man's Subnautica. Subnautica wasn't out until 2018-ish, although there may have been some years of development prior to that. But FarSky is, for the most part, a poor man's Subnautica. In this game, you take on the role of a person who is trapped underwater. I guess your ship or submarine or something broke apart. And you need to survive. And not only that, but you have to find these submarine parts in order to get out of there. Now, this isn't a very long game. You could probably beat this in roughly 2, 3, 4 hours, something like that. It doesn't have anywhere near the complexity that Subnautica has. Subnautica has multiple zones, the map is huge, you've got all these different resources, there's base building, at least very extensive base building. This game does have a couple of resources. You're going to have iron and copper and manganese and different things like that. You're going to build a base, although it's not going to be anything grandstanding. You can build floors, you can build walls, and then put glass on said walls so that you can see through the wall. You can put potted dirt down so that you can grow crops. You'll be able to put chests down to store things. There's, I believe, 5 different crafting tables, and these crafting tables craft anywhere between 5 and 20 items apiece. So, it doesn't have, like I said, the complexities of Subnautica, but it does offer some things that you can do to help you, pass the time. There are extractors in this game, and that's one thing that I wish Subnautica had. You'll be able to plop down these extractors, or like thin poles. You put them on a deposit, and over time it drills automatically into it, which is really cool. And then later on, you come back, you can take them out of the extractors and, go about your merry way. So I really like that. You don't have to manually drill for these resources. You just find the deposit, you put the extractor down, and you just wait a little bit. You do have to worry about oxygen in this game like you do in Subnautica. You'll be able to upgrade 3 different aspects of your suit. There's your helmet, which allows you to go deeper into the depths. There's your chest piece, which increases your hit points so that you don't take as much damage. And there's, I believe, the fins or something like that. I believe it makes you go faster. No, it's the air tank. It increases the amount of air that you have in your oxygen tank so that you can go out for longer times. There's also a scooter that you can craft in this game that you can hold on to, and you'll swim around with it. It's really fast. However, it has a limited charge. You'll have to wait several seconds for it to recharge back to 100% again before you're able to fully use it again. So what I do is I craft like 3 of them, drive until the one is out, switch over to something else, the second one that I have in my inventory while the first one's recharging, keep going, and I just keep switching back and forth. That's one way to get around that problem. But anyway. So what is the ultimate goal in this game? Well, your ultimate goal is, like I said, survive, find the submarine parts, and get out of there. And the game progresses you by making you go deeper. The general progression is you find the most common resource, which is iron, and you craft stuff out of it. And then when you are able to craft a better helmet, you're able to go deeper into the depths. You'll find a new look, like a new biome, new monsters. Also, you'll find copper down there, which isn't very apparent on the very top level. So the further you go down, the different minerals that you find, and then you'll be able to craft new things that you weren't able to craft before. So the progression is start at the top, work your way down through the depths by crafting a better helmet to withstand the pressure. And of course, you can craft other things, better weapons. You've got like a spear gun, a harpoon gun. You've got a knife. Again, the graphics and the water effects aren't nearly as awesome as Subnautica. But if you're looking for a casual Subnautica that isn't as demanding on your computer or on your psyche, then you may want to give FarSky a try. I will warn you that it made me download the most recent version of Java, or whatever version of Java it's using. It directed me to a web page, and I had to download that. So you may have to download something extra in order to get this to run. But for $5, if you want to scratch that Subnautica itch without playing Subnautica, and you're looking for something a bit more casual, then yeah, I absolutely recommend FarSky. I've played it 3 times. There's a campaign. There's 2 difficulties. You have to beat the adventure mode before the harder mode becomes unlocked. There's also a sandbox. You'll find coins in the environment, and then when you beat the game, you can spend those coins on your next sandbox playthrough, and those coins are spent on starting items. So you'll be able to bring starter items with you into this next sandbox playthrough by spending those gold coins. It's okay. I mean, it's just weird, but at least there's some kind of progression there or some reason to come back to it. But yeah, it's not a bad experience all around. You'll find these little robot thingies that follow you around, and they'll attack sharks that attack you. There's these giant octopus squid things that protect a particular crystal. And trust me, you'll need 2, 3, or 4 of these flying robots to help you defend yourself, because these things are nasty. So yeah, there's a bit of a learning curve in the very beginning of the game. Once you find a steady supply of food, the gameplay allows you to take your time. The only rushed part of the game is when you're initially dropped off and you have to find food for your base. There are potato plants on the second floor. Just don't eat them all. Plant the potatoes that you've harvested, and then keep the others, cook those, and you're on your way. You can also use your knife to chop up little fish that are swimming by, but note of warning, any blood that appears in the water, that will attract the shark out of nowhere and start attacking you. So my advice is, when you're ready to hunt for fish, do so next to your base. Kill a couple of fish, collect the fillet, go inside your base, let the sharks go away, and then rinse and repeat until you've got enough fish. And then use your cooking station to get more out of the food that you're collecting. But yeah, really cool game. Your base does come under attack at times. Those giant squid octopus things will attack your base. You can build multiple levels to your base, but like I said, it's nothing as grandstanding as Subnautica. I've said that already, so I think I'll just leave it there. FarSky, this is a 6-year-old game, but it's still playable, and I think for $5 you'll get a good 4 or 5 hours out of it, especially if it's your first playthrough. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.